The luxury car stopped in front of Jungkook's penthouse. The city light reflected softly on Tong's pale face as he sat silently, still clutching the mud-sticked Labubu plushies to his chest. His eyes were blank and his body moved on autopilot. Jungkook parked his car and moved to open the trunk, grabbing a few bags and Tong's hoodie that he had dropped earlier. "Tai, wait," he called, but the young girl had already stepped out, his legs wobbling, his thoughts muddled. Without a word, Tong wandered toward the entrance of the building. To his butler, a delivery boy was rushing out with a large box of dinner orders when he suddenly collided with Tong. The impact caused the box to slip from the boy's hand, crashing onto the floor and spilling the food everywhere. Delivery boy, "Hey, watch, where are you going?" The delivery boy yelled, clearly frustrated. "Do you know how much trouble I will be in now? This was for VIP client." Tong froze. His lips parted, but no words came out. His arm tightened around the plushes, eyes going over, mind falling to register what just happened. "I'm talking to you. Are you a thief or what?" The boy yelled again, stepping closer. Just then Jungkook came, his face darkened at his side. Without hesitation, he wrapped one protective arm around Tong's waist, pulling his slightly behind him. "What's going on?" Jungkook asked coldly, eyes narrowing. The delivery boy, now slightly taken aback by the powerful aura Jungkook holds, explained in a slightly amber tone. "He walked right into me and ran the order. This was for the last delivery. What am I supposed to tell the client? I might get fired now." Jungkook said strawberry to Tong, whose fingers were still twitching tightly around the plushes, trembling. His knees looked like they were about to give out again. "Give me the number and the person who ordered it." Delivery boy, Jungkook, "You said it's a VIP order. I will handle it." The delivery boy dialed the number and passed the phone to Jungkook. Within a minute, Jungkook had not only apologized on client's Tong's behalf, but also offered to replace the dinner with a custom garment saved from his private ship on him. Once the call ended and the delivery boy walked away, stunned by Jungkook turned back to Tong and gently kept his face. "Jungkook, you okay?" he whispered. Tong didn't answer. His bottom lip wobbled, and Jungkook couldn't tell. He wasn't really present. "Let's go upstairs." Without waiting, Jungkook carefully guided him inside, his hand on Tong's back, as if shielding him from the world inside the elevator. Tong finally whispered, "I didn't mean to bump into him." Jungkook's heart clenched. "I know, baby. You don't have to explain anything. I have got you." The elevator door opened directly onto Jungkook's penthouse, and a soft golden light welcomed them in. The moment the door closed, Jungkook helped Tong out of his house, leading him inside. But Tong's hand still hadn't let go of those muddy plushes. As soon as they stepped into the penthouse, he asked, "Where's the washroom?" Jungkook blinked, confused by the question. Right over there." He pointed toward the hallway on the left, still holding the card case in his hand. Without another word, Tong walked away, his arm still tightly wrapped around the plushes. Jungkook watched, concerned, inching deeper into his face as he heard the faint click of the washroom door shutting. A few seconds passed, and then a sound of water running beneath passed, and then he heard soft broken sobs, like the sound of someone trying hard so to grab but falling. Inside the washroom, Tong sat on the cold floor, sleeves rolled up to his elbow, scrubbing the plushes under the running tap. The mud had dried, crushing the fabric, and no matter how much he scrubbed it, it wouldn't go away. The once soft toys were now soggy, their stitches turned, fabric discarded. "I renewed them," he whispered to himself, voice cracking. "I renewed your first gift after all these years." Tears fell down his cheek, dripping into the water. It wasn't just about plushes, it was everything. The years they spent apart, the pain, the silence, and now this. A gift that held meaning that he couldn't protect. Why now? When you finally gave me something again, why did I let it get run it? He kept washing. His hand trembled. Jungkook stood outside, his back leaning on the door, silently listening to the sound of water splashing and the soft broken sobs of the boy who once meant to the world to him and perhaps still did. Thai, you don't have to fix everything alone. He wanted to say it out loud, but the word caught in his throat. The sound of water continued splashing against the sink, mingling with the muffled sob echoing in the washroom. Shankar couldn't hold himself back anymore. Quietly, he pushed the door open, finding Tom crouches on the floor, sneezed soaked, hands red from scrubbing, tears slipping down his flushed cheeks as he desperately tried to clean the running flashes. Shankuk heart ashamed. Without a word, he stepped forward, kneeling behind Taeyong. His arms slowly slid around him from behind, large hand gently wrapping around Taeyong's waist to stop the frantic scrubbing. You will hurt yourself, he whispered softly into his ear, his breath warm against Taeyong's wet skin. Taeyong didn't look back, just shook it onto a sob as he clutched the flashes closer to his chest. I didn't mean to run them, Shankuk. I just wanted to keep them safe. It's the first thing you gave me in years. After everything, Jungkook rested his forehead against the back of Taeyong's shoulder, closing his eyes tightly. I know, he murmured, and I'm sorry for years I didn't give you everything. For the years I didn't give you me. Slowly his hand moved again, guiding Taeyong's hand gently into the water. He helped him softly wash the dirt away, dripping the plushes to the fresh warm water, pressing out the mud stained areas. He did it patiently. We can clean them together. It's not too late, just like us. Then leaning forward and kissing the side of Taeyong's cheek, a gentle lingering press of the lips. Taeyong gasped softly, body trembling as his eyes fluttered shut. Shankuk kissed him again, this time lower, his voice barely audible. Let me soothe you, your pain, your doubts, your anger at me. Let me take it all, Taeyong. Taeyong's hand literally relaxed under Shankuk's. He let the tears fall freely now, not from discomfort, but from the soft warmth blooming in his chest. Taeyong, I missed you so much, Shankuk. Shankuk rested his chin on Taeyong's shoulder, water dripping down their hands, plushes slowly being revived in their joined grasp. Shankuk, and I never stopping missing you. The luxurious penthouse bathed in moonlight. Taeyong stormed inside, tossing his grip on the marble kitchen counter. Chased heaven. Shankuk also came inside, slamming the door behind him. Taeyong, why are you following me, Shankuk? I told you I am tired. I just came from 14-hour shoot. Shankuk, and I told you I saw the teaser. Taeyong, you kissed him, not just some pic. It was intimate. Don't lie to me. Taeyong spun around, eyes blazing with frustration. It was a scene. I am an actor, Shankuk. What do you want me to do? Reject every script that requires kinship? Quite everything I have worked for just to keep your ego safe? Shankuk, don't twist my words. This isn't about ego. It's about boundaries. You are always touching someone, holding hand, flirting for brand campaigns, going out for dinners, surrounded by people who want you. I can't. I don't like it. Taeyong laughed bitterly. You don't like it? Then maybe you shouldn't have dated someone like me in the first place. Shankuk stepped closer, calculation. I dated you, Taeyong. The person, not the idol, not the version that always has to perform for everyone else. But it's getting harder to tell the differences, Taeyong. Because you don't try to understand. You see me on the screen and think that's who I am. You want me to all to yourself, but I can't live in a box just to make you feel secure. Jungkook, and I can't keep living like this either. Every time I see you smile at someone else on screen or in some glossy ad, I wonder if those smiles are more real than the one you gave me. Tong fell silence. For a moment, his voice was lower when he finally spoke, bitter and quiet. So what do you want, Jungkook? Say it. You want me to stop acting? Stop being who I am? Jungkook, no. I just want you. But maybe that's not enough anymore. There was a silence after that. Just their breath can be heard. Just the sound of the refrigerator. Just the sound of the heart breaking. Tong looked away, blinking. Then maybe we should stop this before we run each other. Jungkook didn't answer. Fine. Don't say anything. He grabbed his keys, walking toward the door, but puzzled. You will regret letting me go, Jungkook. Just like I will regret walking away. Jungkook, then don't walk away. But Tong already had. That night, they became strangers again. Tong walked away with broken heart, choosing his career over his demanding and possessive love. That day, Jungkook shattered his own heart because of his possessiveness and his stubborn ego. He let go of Tong, couldn't stop him, and that's how that day two hearts broke, and there were no one to stitch those wounds. Those hearts never got stitched, never got healed, never got treated, never got bandaged. They are still broken. Back in the bathroom, Tong's fingers trembled as he stares at the socket brushes in the sink. Jungkook's arms still cradled him from behind. Tong, that night, he whispered, voice shaking, I waited for you to come after me, but you never did. Jungkook grip tightened around Tong, bringing his face in the crook of his neck. He felt weak, so weak to even stand after remembering their breakup. Because I was stupid and angry and too proud to chase you when I should have been holding you. He pressed another kiss to Tong's shoulder, voice filled with regret. But I am here now, if you will let me stay. Tong stood in front of the sink, tears slipping silently down his cheek as he scrubbed the blushes with trembling hands. The mud had dried in patches. Stubborn and harsh, his fingers were red, but he didn't stop. This was the first gift Jungkook had given him in years, and he had remembered. Jungkook seems rising and falling in sync with the heavy breath, rested his chin on Tong's shoulder. Jungkook, you will run your errands before the brushes gets clean. Tong didn't speak, his shoulder just trembled. Jungkook was lower now, soft like silk. Let me help. He gently took the brushes from Tong's hand and began running. Look for water over them, deliberately rubbing away the dirt. While doing so, he leaned closer, pressing soft kisses on Tong's side, neck. Jungkook, you are so gentle with things that hurt you, including me. Tong turned it around slowly, eyes puffy, voice trembling. It doesn't matter anymore, Jungkook. You are still the same. You will always be possessive. And I can't keep breathing myself to reassure you. He lightly pushed Jungkook away, but Jungkook grabbed him, not with force, but with desperation. Jungkook, no, Tae, I am not the same. I have changed. I am trying. I will try to be cool even if it kills me. Even if every smile you give someone else feels like a knife, I will stay still. Just don't leave again. Tong's breathing grew heavy. His hands slowly reached up and touched Jungkook's face, pulling their forehead together. And do you think I can stay cool knowing you are suffering silently because of my work, Jungkook? I don't think either of us could survive a second breakup. My heart, it's already weak. Suddenly a click echoing on the ceiling. The shower handle had turned it on because Tong's hand nugged the tap. Water pressed down, cold at first, then foaming. Just like the showers between them, the brushes were forgotten on the counter. Soaked. Jungkook saw clenching and his forehead pressed harder against Thong's. Jungkook, his voice rough, cracking. Then don't talk about breaking up again. And then the fist slammed into the tile wall behind Thong. Water sliding over Jungkook's knuckles like a wind. Because I swear, Thong, I won't survive it this time. Thong stood frozen, their soaked bodies pressed together. Jungkook's trembling fist still rested against the wall behind him, kicking him in, and for a long moment, under the pounding of the shower, they just stood there, two souls soaked in love, anger, regret, and everything they had never said around. The shower poured water on them like a rain, sticking their shirt to their bodies. Water sliding down their skin like the tears they both refused to shed anymore. Thong stood still, his chest quivered softly, eyes not darting to meet Jungkook's. Their forehead touched, their breaths mingling, their lips so close, their brushes with every trembling word spoken. Thong, Jungkook, we can't. Jungkook, why not? His voice crooked. Wait, stand off, your clenching to his face. Because of your career? Thong, because of everything. He whispered. Because nothing changed. You are still the same, and he buzzed. I don't want to run us again. We barely made it back to breathing. Then his brushed again when Thong spoke, so feather light it was almost cruel. Jungkook, so we will pretend like none of this mattered. This pain doesn't exist. That I am not standing here dying to kiss you. Thong sent trembling to his side. He closed his eyes, trying down the itch in his chest. We can't go back, Jungkook. Then let's go forward. Thong opened his eyes slowly, his gaze flickering from Jungkook's eyes to his lips, then back up again. I don't trust us, he confesses. Jungkook, but I trust this. Jungkook said his voice hoarsely as his hand gently gripped Thong's waist, pulling him even closer. I trust what I feel when I am with you. Thong leaned back just slightly as if distance could protect them. If we kiss, I will destroy everything. You know that. It won't be able to walk away again. They stayed like that, frozen, their noses brushing now, their heart racing in sync. Lips still not kissing, just trembling. Jungkook, then let's not walk away at all. Thong lips wobbled. Jungkook leaned forward just a little more, lips now barely brushing Thong's, neither moving, neither dared to run the moment with a kiss that could mean everything or nothing. But as the water pounded around them and Thong walks cracked with the weight of longing, and he whispered one final plea. Thong, don't kiss me unless you are ready to stay. Jungkook didn't kiss him. He rested his forehead against Thong's again. I won't kiss unless it's you who finally ready. And for the first time, he chose patience over passion because of heart wants what it wants. This time, it wanted forever. Jungkook gently carrying Thong in bridal style, his soaked clothes clenching to his body. She will catch cold, and we can't have our supermodel falling sick, can we? Thong didn't speak. His eyes were purple, lips trembling. He just looked up at Jungkook's face, memorizing the way the water slid down his jawline. Too so close, so familiar, yet so distant. Jungkook pressed Thong down, still holding him closer than necessary. Jungkook, half smiling, brushing Thong's sweet bangs aside. Try off. There's still a mountain of shoes left. Dress is to try on. Our model has to work too. His fingers lingered for a second longer on Thong's temple, and then he stood up, expecting, hoping for something, a word, a tug, a kiss, anything. But Thong didn't move. He just sat there looking away, chewing the inside of his cheek like he was swallowing all the words that might have broken them again. Jungkook breathed cock in his throat. He felt disappointed, but he nodded to himself. Masking it, he turned away, trying to walk slowly, giving Thong one last chance, and Thong took it. His trembling hands reached up and grabbed Jungkook's arm, tight, desperate, pleading. don't go. Shankuk stopped it, but he didn't turn. He didn't move. But then Thong grabbed trickery. His fingers slipped and Shankuk walked away. The door clicked shut behind him with a softness that hurt more than the slam ever could. Thong sat still, alone, on the cold floor, soaked and shivering. Not from the rain, but from the blooming in his chest. He curled into himself, staring at the door. Shankuk had just closed it, whispering through a cracked voice. Thong, Finn, why do we keep hurting each other when all we want is you? As the door clicked shut, Shankuk leaned his forehead against it, his hand still resting on the handle. His breath came out in short, heavy puff, like his chest was too tight to contain it all. The moment Thong had slipped away from his collar, played again and again in the head like a cruel loop. He wanted to stay. Good God, he wanted to stay. But he also didn't trust himself. Not after everything. He was scared. He was say something wrong, hurt him again, lose control again, and Thong didn't deserve that. He deserved cure, gentleness, safety. Jungkook whispering with a bitter smile. You are not the only one hurting there. He slid down the door slowly, sitting on the floor in a hallway. The dampness of his clothes didn't even bother him now. His fist clenched on the knees as he stared at the floor, and then his voice cracked. A tear slipping down his chin, then another. The bit of his inside of his mouth to stop the soap building up in his throat, but it didn't fall. The weight of guilt, regret, love, it all came crashing down. I should have held you. I should have kissed you. You, when you needed it the most. Why can't I get this right? He hit the back of his head softly against the door once, twice, and from the other side, Thong had rested slightly against the door, his body curled up on the floor. Tears streaking down his face too, both of them separated by inches of wood and miles of emotion, both waiting for other to come back. Thong sat in silence, knees pulled to his chest, back against the door. His wet shirt clung to his skin, but he didn't care. His heart was heavier than anything he wore. On the other side, Shankuk sat just still, back pressed on the same door, arms resting on his knees, eyes red from crying. Neither spoke, neither moved. They both remembered it, and it hurt. Flashback 4 years ago, said. Thong was in full costume, blazer sharp, lips cherry red. Jungkook watched from behind the monitor, arm crossed, pretending to be focused on angles. But he wasn't. His eyes never leaving Thong. Every pose, every click, every smile sent an edge straight to his chest. Director. Alright, let's take 5. Thong sighed, stepping off the stage, catching Shankuk's gaze before running away to grab the bottle of water. Jungkook followed, of course. Shankuk, you are really unfair. You know that? Jungkook rising a blow. Why? Because I look better than your camera can handle? Shankuk smiling faintly. Because you run me every damn time. Thong puzzled, eyes looking up at Shankuk, soft, hesitant. Shankuk stepping closer, lowering his voice only Thong can hear. You walk into the room and suddenly I forgot everything. The light, settings, the pose, and people around us. I only see you. Thong looked down at the water bottle in his hand, twisting the cap nervously. Don't say things like that if you don't mean it. Jungkook, I mean every word. He gently reached up, brushing a few strands of hair from Thong's eyes, fingers lingering on the temple. You are more than a monster. You are the only thing that makes sense in my life right now. For once, Thong didn't reply. He just smiled, a genuine, beautiful smile, the kind that made Jungkook want to pass time. And for the 5 minutes, nothing else existed. No career, not exceptions, not fear, only them. It was before their breakup. Everything was just perfect. But Thong knows Jungkook's insecurities were getting best of him. So he kissed Jungkook right there. Back to present. Dong fingers clutched the fabric over his heart now, remembering that smile, remembering how safe he felt back then. And Jungkook, he finally stood up outside the door, wiping his face, roughly taking in the shaky breath. Jungkook softly to himself, "Fever is so good, weren't we?" He looked at the door one last time before whispering, "Good night, Mamos," and walked away. Dong stepped out of his room and still puffy and swollen from crying all night. His feet patted softly on the cold marble as he came down on the stair, heart racing with the hope of seeing Jungkook. But instead of Jungkook, he was greeted by few staff members from the team, stylist assistant, and then even me, who all bowed slightly and greeted him with warm smile. Dong gave them the polite nod, still lost in his own thought, wrapped in the oversized black nightwear Jungkook had handed him the previous night. His fingers fiddled with the hem of the sleeves, trying to calm the unease in his chest. Just as he was about to turn away, someone called his name. "Dongshi," one of the staff members said cheerfully, holding the beautiful wrapped box. "This just came for you." Dong looked at the box. His heart puzzled for a bit. The packaging, the ribbon, it was the exact same one from last night, the one Susie had snatched from him. Jungkook appeared, looking tired but composed. Eyes quickly finding Dong, he stepped forward slowly, a soft smile on his lips. "Jungkook, I never got to give it to you properly yesterday." He walked over and took the box from the staff hand, personally handing it to Dong. Dong satisfied it, and before he could stop himself, a smile played across his lip, like sunlight breaking through the cloud. He opened the box slowly, and inside the familiar brushes he had always adored. Without a second thought, Dong lit out a small gas and hugged the plushes tightly to his chest, holding them like they were a piece of Jungkook himself. Jungkook watched him, lips parting slightly, and then a tear slipped down his cheek. Dong looked up, eyes catching the tear just as it fell. "Dong, Jungkook," he whispered, but Jungkook didn't say anything. He just smiled, lips trembling slightly. The silence between them, it was filled with everything they could say. The box was more than a gift. It was a promise, a memory, an apology, and maybe a wish to start again. The staff bowed slightly before exiting the house, leaving behind only silence. He was still in Jungkook's nightwear, his sleeves too long, the hem brushing against his thigh, and the scent of Jungkook lingering in the fabric. As the door shut behind the last staff member, Dong slowly turned towards Jungkook, who stood silently with a soft, tired smile on his lip, holding the familiar box in his hand. The very same one Susie tipped away the night before without a word. Jungkook took a step forward and gently extended it toward him. Dong's eyes widened, a light instantly sparkling in them. His fingers trembled slightly as he took the box, recognizing the wrapping, the ribbon, and when he opened it, soft gas echoed in his lips. The same plushes, clean, untouched. He didn't even realize it when a wide smile came on his lip as he held them tightly to his chest, eyes shimmering with emotion. Jungkook looked at him, and that was it. A single tear escaped from the corner of his eyes, trailing down slightly. Dong caught it. He stepped closer, slowly, and before Jungkook could say anything, Dong leaned up and kissed his cheek. Jungkook froze, stunned. "Dong, thank you," Dong whispered soft and real, placing another kiss on Jungkook's other cheek. He looked down, a little shy, and said, "You didn't have to get new one. You already cleaned the old one yesterday." Jungkook smiled gently. "Since you cried for them so much, I thought you deserved to receive them properly. You deserve to be pampered, spoiled, cherished, and loved, not ended some trashed plushies. Tong immediately frowned and slightly punched Jungkook's chest. Don't say bad things about them. They are still precious to me, he said, hugging the plushies again. I cried because it was a gift from you. I am deeply attached to them. Jungkook, okay. Jungkook shook their hands and said, you can keep both set. Flaunt them all you want. Carry them to set. Sleep with them. Introduce them with your fans. I won't stop you. Tong smiles, hugging his blushes tighter. But now, Jungkook continued, brushing strand of hair behind Tong's ear. Go, get ready. We have a shoot today. Tong, shoot? Tong widened his eyes. Jungkook nodded. But before that, Jungkook added with a teasing smile, we are going out for breakfast. A place I love and I know you will fall in love with too. Tong tilted his head curiously. Jungkook leaned closer and whispered, it's a Parisian cafe. Tong sighed. Before Jungkook could even blink, Tong had already rushed upstairs. Parisian food in the morning, casitos. His voice echoed from the stairs as his bare feet thudded the step. I know it's 1,000 calories, but it's okay. It's okay not to be okay when it's casitos. Jungkook stood there, chuckling softly, watching Kim Tong disappear to get ready, and for a moment everything felt